Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages,
Woohoo! It's Sunday, the 26th of July. It's 8 o'clock, and that means it's time for this week's edition of Mockdown. Could you get more excited than I am? No, you couldn't, because this week it's my special Brothers from Other Mothers episode, along with a sister-in-law from another mother. But anyway, it all gets quite complicated. I'll explain all of that as we go along. Let's bring some titles in. There we go. There's the titles. I got three guests for you. And this week, I've spared no expense. I've upgraded the streaming software. And so now, I can put my own logo and stuff in and all that kind of malarkey. So if you would like to contribute towards the coffers, I'll put a little link up later. And any assistance in keeping this network alive would be more than welcome. But let's meet my first guest, shall we? My first guest this week, Steve Garty. Well, Steve Garty, what can I say about him? He's from Doncaster. And that isn't all I can say about him. His acting credits include The Full Monty, The Cops, Ashes to Ashes, all the soaps, all of them, Brassic, and he was in Broken with Sean Bean and myself. We were Sean Bean's brothers, along with the wonderful Paul Copley. So we're going to speak to Garty. Let's bring him in. Steve, are you there?
Buenos dias. How are you doing, Dave?
Look.
How are you?
I am very well. Good to see you. We had 10 technical issues 10 minutes before we started, didn't we?
I can't do it. I don't know what I'm doing.
Can we get him? Can we get him? And we got him. I've got to ask you a question. It says all the soaps. Were you ever in Crossroads?
Oh, you found me out, haven't you?
I'm disappointed.
I think I stayed there a few times.
Yeah, exactly.
When I was doing something else.
Yeah, I know what it's like. Right, let me bring in my other two guests, make up the rest of my threesome. Let's bring them in. It's John and Maria Atherley. Let me, hang on, I've just got to update a photo here. It's all very technical, this Steve. Masterful. There's John Atherley. He studied drama, then went into IT, but he still had that artistic and performance bug. He creates his own artwork under the name Tommy Teabag Art. He created the Yorkshire Teabaggers, a parody band, which I am very proud to be part of. He formed the Sheffield Ukulele Group and also now runs his own Tinterweb design company. And along with him, we have Maria Atherley, an army brat, apparently studied hospitality management and worked in hospitality and HR. But in recent years, she's embraced her spiritual side and co-founded the Karma Hub, where she now provides all kinds of good stuff, including meditation, yoga, and sound therapy. Please welcome John and Maria Atherley. There they go.
Oh, hello.
Did I get all the stuff right about that intro? Was I close?
That was too good to be true, Dave.
Well, I did what I could. I did what I could. I'm just thinking about when we first met, because you put an advert online, didn't you, John, looking for somebody to teabag in with you, which all sounds very.
That's right.
It sounds very dodgy, but it was actually a parody band, nothing sordid whatsoever, and since then we've gone to do all kinds of stuff. So yeah, you two just got back, haven't you? You've been to Blackpool, that famous seaside resort known as Blackpool, that's noted for treasure and fun. And Mr. and Mrs. John Atherley went there with their daughter and sons. Were it good?
It was, yeah.
It was Blackpool.
We had a varying experience yesterday. We were supposed to stay over last night, and then we got mugged off by our Airbnb host who had sold our flat to a group of 8 girls who had arrived earlier than us. So us and our 4 kids had to leg it back to Sheffield, go and find something to eat, and then come home late last night. So not the same plans that we originally had, but we still had a fun time, and the kids
yeah.
their heads up on all the rides.
I was going to ask you, Maria, if you rode the big one last night.
No, I did yesterday afternoon in the daylight.
Oh, did you? And you weren't even in the Airbnb. There we go.
Yeah. I don't know why you're smirking.
No. I like a bit of smut and innuendo, so there we go.
We don't say.
Yes, yeah. Let me share some photos here of everybody. So here we go. Look at that. That is the Yorkshire Teabaggers. That was our first public performance, I think, John, wasn't it?
It was, Dave. Yeah, that was the big gym in the middle.
Yeah, that was Regather.
Was that Piss Up in a Brewery?
No, that was Regather. Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, this was Regather. But we had. I think we've got a comment. Hang on. Oh, we've got a comment. I'm going to put it up because we've got to get a comment in early. Love your shirt, Dave. Thank you, Verna McPhee.
Yeah.
Lovely that she's watching. Thank you, Verna. Yes, we. That was our first live gig. When we started, it was just John and I. And then we had a live gig and we went, oh, we need somebody who can actually play an instrument. And so we got the lovely Jimmy, didn't we?
We did, yeah. Yeah, Jim. He moved out of the county, Dave, didn't he? So unfortunately, we had to.
No longer qualified for a Yorkshire Teabagger. I've got a little trip down memory lane for us here. Just a second.
There are pies at the bar and they serve John Smith's too, but that shit goes right through you, you'll be camped on the loo. When I first got to feel and kissed her dry lips, she promised me heaven if I bought her some chips. I was horny.
You were breathing.
Round the back of the precinct for a quick couch your father against the black bins.
Your groin started itching, your bell end was stinging, and before you could say it, she gave you the clap.
The grime so called reminders found were playing ill, play more batat. And your phone rang once again, it were our last.
There we go. Trip down memory lane.
Marvellous.
And that's the kind of heights that we reach, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Living the dream, look, Dave. Yeah, living the dream.
Look at us there.
I think I needed to go to the toilet there, Dave. I think that's that kind of look that I've got there.
Yeah. Talking of looks, is another one coming up, another video clip. But this is, I've got the technology to play video clips now, so I'm getting all excited about this. Warning for anybody with a sensitive nature: look out for the first bit of this.
Now I'm a laddie bum, 'cause I've been eating again. I'm not quite full.
There we go. Classy, aren't they? Yeah, John Darcy is all over the internet.
Again.
Brilliant.
And you had a birthday fairly recently, John?
I did. I had a big 50 last year.
Nothing like last year's when we were outdoors celebrating Hawaiian shirts and a cake shape, a ukulele shaped cake.
Yes. 120 people all together outdoors having fun.
I know. You just long for that this year, don't you? You long for it.
You're right. So what did we do this year? We had a lockdown birthday.
Yeah, just me and Maria and a bottle of gin.
Oh, did you ride the big one, Maria? Oh, no, sorry, you didn't go to Blackpool.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Right. Now, I mentioned as well, John, you also formed the Sheffield Ukulele group. There we are. We're known for our playing allotments, aren't we?
Yeah, it's a speciality, Dave, a very niche market.
Very niche market.
Yeah, but we do bar mitzvahs as well and all sorts of You know,
I've got a little clip of the Sheffield Ukulele Group. For any of the ukulele group watching, if you are watching Ukulele Group, send us a message. Let us know you're there. Here we go.
I believe in miracles. Where you from? You sexy thing. You sexy thing. I believe in miracles. Since you came along, you sexy thing. You sexy thing. Marty Boom. Now then, Marty Boom, I see your frown and it's like looking down the barrel of a gun and it goes up. And out come all these words. Oh, there's a very pleasant side to you, a side I much prefer. It's one that
There we go. How about that? We got another comment. Look, Lee Mansell from the ukulele group class. So good to see he's watching. I've got another picture of the. That was our first festival in Donny. That wasn't it? Did we go to Donny for that?
Yeah, Donny. Yeah, we were playing against loads of other uke bands, and it was we made quite an impact, didn't we, Dave?
We did indeed. Now
Where in Doncaster was that?
Yeah, where was it?
Pavilion, Bowlby, Bentley Pavilion, or something like that.
Bentley Pavilion. I know what you mean. Yeah, Bentley Park.
There you go. Yes,
Yeah.
that's the one. Nice spot.
Right.
Nice spot.
I know it well.
Now, so we talked about your little ukulele in your hand, but did mention your artwork, John. And there we go. Because as Tommy Teabag Art, you have done a lot of artwork, and your website, which I will put the link up for, has tons of things that you can purchase. You can get all kinds of pictures. You can get T-shirts and stuff, even, can't you?
All sorts, Dave. There's everything on there. It keeps us in little beans, you know.
Yes, there you go. And when I was working with Sean Bean and Steve Garty, John did that for me to take over for Beano, and he loves it, and he's got that in his kitchen now, apparently. So there we go. Now,
downstairs loo, Dave.
No, he said kitchen. He said kitchen.
Sorry.
Now I've said enough about John. Let's move on to the two of you. Look at you. Ah, how sweet. Not that long ago that you were wed, is it? When was it? Is it
2.5 years ago? Yeah.
Yeah. Lovely.
And tell the viewers who our photographer was.
Yeah, a fine man.
Yours truly, Dave. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
So I've got more pictures of Maria. Nothing embarrassing like I had for John, unfortunately. But that's a good picture of you. I like that one.
It is, yes.
And another one here. There we go.
There we go.
Yes. But I had to try and get a picture of you in your native environment, and there we go. You look like it looks a bit messy, that one.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That was at Kendall Calling 4 years ago. Yeah. 4 years. Yeah, that was the Sunday afternoon that went a little bit peaked on. As you can see, I was really enjoying myself that year. It was good.
Yes. Yeah. Excellent. Well, there we go.
Really
we'll get now. You now have the Karma Hub. Tell me a bit about that. What you do there?
Oh, what do I do there? So I teach yoga and meditation, and I am now a qualified sound therapist. So I have a rather large collection of instruments, and I play for people. So before lockdown, we were just building it up. It's been a passion project with a very close friend of mine, Claire Thomas. Hi, Claire, if you're watching. We set it up at the beginning of 2018, and we were just about to start making some money at the beginning of this year and turn it into a proper business. And obviously what happened. So
Yeah.
we've been on hold. I've been running online meditation classes throughout lockdown for all our followers to join in free of charge or on a donation basis if they've been able to. And we're reopening our doors tomorrow.
Whoa!
Very excited! Yeah.
What perfect timing! How lovely!
No, so we're located on Rotherham Road in Swallownest. We're part of the Old Church Business Centre. We have the basement round, and we have the entrance round the back.
Yeah,
So-
always go around the back. Yeah, yeah. There we go. Garty's off.
So last week we relaunched everything. We had a new website built, and we have a new
Lovely.
system and everything. So we've done lots and lots of work in lockdown. Although we've not been earning money, we've been working hard behind the scenes to keep the wheels turning and make improvements. And we're really excited to be coming back tomorrow. We've got 3 classes tomorrow evening,
Lovely.
and then the rest of the week full timetable, and we'll just be kind of feeling our way through it as time goes on. But we've had amazing response from all of our community, and lots of very excited people waiting to come back and do their movement practices, breath work, meditation, etc. So
Ian says, "Fabulous, Maria."
So Ian is a wonderful yoga teacher I've known for a couple of years, and he's actually joining our team, and he's starting with us on Wednesday this week. And we're really, really pleased that he's going to be joining our teaching cohort. So lots of excitement.
I hope he's bringing that lovely dog of his that's in the profile picture.
Well, actually, his yoga business is called Fat Whippet.
Ah, there we go.
That's why he's got the dog. But
why not?
Excellent. Right, let's have a look at Steve Garty now. Garty, it's time for you.
Yep.
Let's see what I've got here. Come on, let's bring it in. Garty, that's an old photo there, isn't it? Full Monty.
Do you know when we filmed that? We filmed it on streets, and it were a long shot, so they were hiding the camera. And the guy pulled up in his car and tried to give me his documents. Straight up, he tried to give me his documents because he says it's saving having to have to park at the police station.
Oh God, but what a film to be involved in. I mean, that's one of the classics, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, one of my first roles I ever did. I didn't know what the hell I were doing.
Yeah.
I never in a million years believed what it had turned out into being.
Yeah.
But I don't think any of us did. But
how old were you there, then, Steve?
6, I think. Do you know what? I don't know.
It's interesting. I mean, the film is all about men taking their clothes off, but that is the only shot of your helmet that we see in the film, isn't it?
Unless you freeze frame 1 hour 17 6 seconds in.
Yes.
There is a glimpse of the helmet again.
Oh, right. I'm sure everybody's going to get their full Monty out of the collection and go and have a look at that. There we go. Steve Garty's helmet. You post a lot of interesting photographs on Facebook.
That's the picture of the guitar, but I got in the way.
Yeah, there we go. It's a good one. It's a good one. Now, just before lockdown, you were busy doing quite a major tour, weren't you?
Yes, I was doing the Band of Gold tour.
Yeah,
and we ended up in Bath, or how they say it, Bath.
Bath.
So we got all set up, ready to go, and then we went in for the first night's shoot and they said, "Enjoy your evening. It's finished. We're done." And then it just became like the day of the Triffids.
Yeah.
Just a strange atmosphere completely overnight. So that was like a week before the official lockdown, the government lockdown.
Yeah.
And
You've
then,
got a lovely cast involved there, though, haven't you?
Oh, it was a fantastic cast. Absolutely.
Name some of those
fantastic.
names.
Oh, well, I don't know any of them. Alwyn May. We've got Alwyn May there. We've got
See Shane Ward.
Shane Ward, yeah. Kieran Richardson, Laurie Brett, Mr. Ian Dunn from Dinner Ladies fame, Mark Shields, Sasha Parkinson, and they I forgot her name now.
I know you mean. And I can't remember her name. Gaynor Faye, that's it.
Brilliant Gaynor Faye. Oh dear me,
Yeah.
she's not watching.
I know.
But yeah, it was a fantastic experience, and it was such a good group of people.
I think
they literally get on like house on fire.
This is you preparing to go on stage, I think, is it?
Yeah, that's an actor prepares.
Yeah. Look, there's a bit of meditation going on there.
There's nothing behind me. I'm not leaning on anything. It's just the power of the stage there that's holding me up.
Remarkable.
Were you meditating there, Steve?
I was actually, yeah. The meditating fingers, yeah.
Yeah, mudra. Nice one.
No, I was holding his invisible water diviner. It was actually looking for, he uses an old coat hanger.
It's an invisible script.
Yeah, there we go. And there's some of your lads there.
Oh yeah, that's me, Shaney and Mark.
Yeah. You had fun there.
We did.
And I think this is when you finished, was it?
Yeah, that was the day that they told us that it's all done and dusted.
Yeah.
And that's the chair that I did me famous scene in with the rubber gloves.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, so yeah. Oh, this bringing back some fond memories, that is.
Yeah, and then this one. What's going on there? You've got a box of donuts.
Fantastic support from everybody that had come, and they'd give us gifts that had come to see the play. But what I find strange is that they ask you to hold things to take a photograph.
Yes.
That was just the day that I was holding a box of donuts with someone to take a photograph. We usually marigold gloves that they were asking me to take photographs with. I was actually signing marigold gloves. Can you believe it?
I've seen them all on Tinternet. They're all on eBay now.
All right, okay.
Let's get some of Steve Garty's signed marigolds. I've got some video clips of you here as well. Let's have a look.
So we do it, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna have to save me.
What with you, Billy?
What with?
Yeah.
Can you stop talking over the table, for God's sake?
You know what I've got, don't you?
You do?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, then I repeat, save me.
And I repeat, what with?
You've got the ace of spades.
Why are you telling everybody what you've got?
You cheating
Yeah,
guy.
calm down a
You'd
bit,
have gone
you.
through any road.
Tell you that.
You'd have gone through any
Anyway, I'm gonna get off.
Hey, that were grand work, wasn't it?
Fun? Wasn't that
it's-
fun, that?
Our first day of work, we get to play cards with Jimmy McGovern and Sean Bean for an hour. Let's learn how to play cards.
How to play this game, yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And we did sort of become like a band of brothers, didn't we, on that? It was,
we did.
We were very close, like brothers, it was incredible.
Because it were like 3-4 months we worked it over.
Yeah,
doing that, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. It was lovely. I've got another little clip from Broken.
Come on, Eddie, don't fuck about. Bloody pissing it down. Eddie, man, just started. Just started.
On your
Going
back.
else.
Get set. Go. Come on.
Hey, and that was our final shoot
Oh.
day.
That was the last. That was the last night, wasn't it? They sent us
Yeah,
home wet
yeah.
and tired.
Yeah. So they got all the water sprinklers on the street to make it look like it was raining. And we were all just in regular wardrobe. Sean Bean had a dry suit under his costume. And we ran up and down we ran up and down that street. I don't know how many times. And I really wanted to beat Beano in that race. I was giving it everything.
I noticed.
And then at the very, very end, when we finished, I was just behind Beano and he said, it's getting a bit cold, isn't it? And I took him by the shoulders and I said, Sean, winter is coming. And he did appreciate that. You've got to do it when you have the opportunity, haven't you? You know?
You have. He did get it quite a lot, though, on that shoot, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He did.
To be fair.
I've got another clip for you. Going back a few years, I think this one, Steve.
Hello, Glenn. Pleasure to have you in my store. You closed down last month. Bloody shame. Best butchers in the last 20 years, if you ask me.
Didn't have much choice. Couldn't compete with supermarket prices, could I?
Well, we try our best.
Those machines don't even cut the meat properly. You see, when I were a butcher, my standards were impeccable.
Hey, my standards are impeccable.
Like I was saying to your boss earlier, we're all easily replaced.
Hey. I don't remember that show. Trolleyed. Was that a good one?
Trolleyed, yeah. I think it was. On Sky. Yeah, it's funny. Really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've got another comment here. Vernon McPhee's back. Ned Stark looks good in modern clothes. Oh,
oh, Ned.
There we go. That's made her night. Right, let me get rid of that comment there. So here we are. We know a bit about all of you now. Let's talk about what's going on. What's going on?
What's going on?
What about all of this that kicked off yesterday? The Spain travel rule change. What do you make of that? The people have been to Blackpool. Thankfully, you don't have to quarantine coming back.
Does that count for the beat as well?
Yeah.
It probably does. I think what it tells us is don't try making any plans because they could be scuppered very, very quickly, and be prepared to have your pants pulled down as well. No puns intended there, but in terms of like what you think might be okay to do, you know, they could turn around and change it all in a heartbeat. I think that's the reality, isn't it? Which is as scary as what's happened, as far as I'm concerned, as a business owner. That could really floor us.
It feels like somebody's rolling a dice at number 10, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
I quite like that Grant Shap is stuck in Spain, and hopefully he will have to quarantine. And I hope they put him in somewhere shitty to quarantine as well. They ought to put them in concrete blocks or something so that they really suffer.
Yeah.
But no, he'll go to Barnard Castle or something and spend his time there. Yeah. But it's just ridiculous. I saw somebody on the news today in that news story, actually. They arrived, and 3 minutes after they got there, they got the message that when they go back, they've got 14-day quarantine. Lee Mansell says they have got us all by the yes, indeed they have, Lee. It's a rum-do. Other news just today. Sad news. Olivia de Havilland has passed away. 104. Wow. She's done well, though.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's had a good innings.
Yeah. It's funny. Gone with the Wind is one of those classics. I haven't watched it in years. I wonder what it's like going back to it now. Anybody seen it recently?
No. They did it up, didn't they, a few years ago? So they kind of painted it up, so the quality was a bit better on modern digital.
Yeah.
It's a few years since I've seen it. So.
Yeah, but sad news, world of entertainment industry, and one more thing I spotted in the news today. Here we go. Coronavirus, soft play is heading for a cliff edge. Well, of course.
Is that real?
It is real. It is real indeed. But
Because
once it's gone off that cliff.
I've noticed that I can't find any pick and mix lately.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And loose bread rolls in Morrison's, you can't buy them either. But yeah, if soft play does go over a cliff edge, at least it'll bounce when it gets down there. But it's
I'm
it
just
seems
a
like
little
it's
concerned. I'm thinking that child might be in danger if it's going over a cliff edge. How close is it to the cliff edge?
Exactly. I mean, apparently there's so many soft play places have gone bust over the last few years. Really, if you were considering opening a soft play business, you'd need a lot of balls, wouldn't you? But anyway, so
It's getting better.
thank you.
I can't imagine anywhere. I can't imagine anywhere I'd rather be than in a ball pit at the minute.
Very controversial movie at the moment in the USA, says Werner. Gone with the Wind? There we go. Paul Ballington says, who's that gorgeous beast, bottom left? I think that'll be you, John Atherley.
Johnny.
Paul, I saw your lad had a cycling accident today. I hope he's doing okay.
Yes,
so
man.
fingers crossed. And well done, everybody who helped out. So there, we've taken a look at the news. So let's go back to how we've all been coping with lockdown. Steve, you've got a new grandchild. Your son's produced offspring. And
yes.
You want to have seen your grandchild for quite some time, will you?
Well, he was born in August. So I saw him a little bit then, but then we started the Band of Gold tour and rehearsals, so I couldn't see him then. And then we went on tour, so I couldn't really see him then. And then we came back from tour, and then we were in complete lockdown.
Yeah.
And then when the rules started easing up and we were allowed to do social bubbles, they became a social bubble for me. And so I got to see a lot of him then. But now I'm in lockdown again because I'm doing a new drama series coming up. And part of the deal is that you have to self-quarantine.
For how long?
2 weeks before the production starts, and then all the way
during
through the production. Yeah.
Wow.
So
and it's nice that productions are starting up again. And you told me a bit about the procedure that you have to go through, even for costume fittings and everything. It feels very, very safe doing it, doesn't it? The way they're doing it.
Absolutely. I mean, we've had COVID meetings, health meetings through Zoom, which everyone knows about now. I've never heard of it before, but now everyone knows about Zoom. And the things that they've put into place is just incredible way of working, using systems that I never thought that we could actually do. Things like getting changed in your costumes, always like steam cleaned every day, put in a plastic bag. You have to put your clothes in a plastic bag, so neither touch. We're going to be tested for the virus every 4 days. Temperatures taken, a buddy system. The people who you're acting with, you become their bubble.
Yeah.
Just incredible. And travel, we're not allowed to travel on public transport. Things like that, and it's going to be a really, as you know, it's going to be a strange way of working.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm grateful that the industry's fighting back at the minute, and it's a major drama that they're putting on. It's costing a lot of money, and
yeah,
they're going for it. So I'm grateful for that.
Well, it's great that stuff like that is happening, because at least you know that things are kicking off. I'm jealous as hell that you got it when they could have had me, but there we go.
Of course, but you weren't available, were you?
No, well, yeah, because I've got this show.
They said they've asked you, but because you said no, would I do it?
Yeah. Paul Ballington's replied about his son. Cheers, mate. He's all good.
Oh, nice.
Glad to hear it. I hope the bike is all right as well, because when you're a youngster, you need your bike, don't you? I mean, good grief. But anyway, I'm so glad you've got that, Steve. At least you have had that bit of family time to be able to catch up with your grandson before you start the lockdown again.
Yeah.
Crazy. But what about you two athletes? I mean, you've been in lockdown for a while, both self-employed. It can't have been easy for the two of you two. No.
No. I think we said right at the very beginning, this is either going to kill or cure most relationships, because it was a pressure cooker. And I'm sure anybody who lives with any other human being has experienced that over the last 4 months or so. But actually, it's been all right, hasn't it?
It's been good.
I think we've learned a lot about each other even more, probably. We spent more time together over the last 4 months than we've probably ever spent since we've been together in 6 years. Not that we spent a lot of time apart, but John used to work away quite a bit, and I used to get used to having the bed to myself maybe 2 or 3 nights a week, and I haven't had that. So I've got a
totally wind-free environment. Because he does have a bit of a farty arse, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yes, you know him well.
I think it's given us. It's also, Dave. I think it's given us a chance to rethink what we're doing. I mean, obviously, things like this show that you're putting on now, the Mockdown Show. I think it's, and I've changed what I've had to change what I've been doing. Because I was working for Tate, which were a massive stage implementation firm. They did all the big stages and concerts and all sorts of stuff like that. So right up until the 22nd of March, I was there, and I should have been there for a full year. But unfortunately, all the gigs got cancelled. So Tate were just completely, out of business overnight. And that's the entertainment industry. It's just fallen on its arse. It's not in a nice place right now, but it's promising to see people like Steve, getting these gigs and it's starting to make a little bit of a comeback.
I was down at the Dorothy Pax on Friday night, down by the Sheffield Canal Basin. I don't know if you know it, Steve. It's a little bar cafe in the arches there down by the Canal Basin, and they were set up this weekend. They were having live bands. They got a little stage outdoors. Traditionally, when Tramlines has been on, they've had a canal version of Tramlines, and they had live bands on this weekend. And I've been to 2 pubs this week. Well, I went to the Dorothy Pax Friday night. I went to a place in Castleton on Wednesday. Went out walking and went in a pub, and it was the first time I've been in a pub, and I was kind of, I felt quite confident in the daytime. They got it all nicely laid out. They had routes through, and it did feel safe. So I was quite pleased with that. And the Dorothy Pax, they've got tables outdoors. Everything is outdoors. The tables are all well apart. You order via an app. It lets you know when your order is ready, and you go and pick it up. It's all bottles and cans in a shopping basket. Up the tea baggers, floppy doppy doppy do. There we go.
That's your best line, isn't it?
It is.
Ever wrote.
Yeah, floppy doppy doppy do. Have you guys been out much since lockdown's been released? Have you been in any pubs or anything?
No.
You've not been?
No.
John, Marie, have you been?
Yeah.
We have, yeah. I mean, we've got teenagers in the house as well, and one's a working teenager now, because obviously he was due, well, not obviously, people don't even know, do they? But Jasper, my son, was due to do his GCSEs in June this year, and he, like lots of other year 11s, got very unceremoniously kicked out of school in March and told never to return.
Oh, God, yeah.
He's had all of that, and we've had all of that to deal with, which has been interesting, but he's done brilliantly. He celebrated his 16th birthday in lockdown as well, and by that time in June we were able to have 5 of his friends here in the garden for a socially distanced event. So that actually timed okay. But he's got himself a job. So he's been working at a firm where I used to work 19 years ago, believe it or not, in the local area.
Still find the old graffiti about you in the toilets.
Well, there are a lot of people still there that remember me. So yeah. Anyway, less said about that, the better. But yeah, we have started. We went out to eat. Was it last week? To our local Indian in the village, and that was a really lovely experience. Just midweeks, we're like, oh come on, let's go for a curry and just see what the Vine are doing. The Vine in Mosborough village, and we've had a couple of takeaways, haven't we, during lockdown? But it was a pleasant experience, and it was as normal as it could possibly have been made to be, I think, even with all the changes and what they've had to put into place. And as always, the food was great. So we've started venturing out, haven't we, over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah.
And it's felt all right.
With our new masks.
Yes, with our new masks.
We're ready.
Yeah. How big a collection do you have now of masks? Because I bought 2 more today.
Ooh. I've only got 2. Yeah, I've only got 2, Dave. I'll go and get you if you want. It's quite. My new one's quite. No. Okay.
Oh, I've seen the picture of it. Yes, go and get that.
Yeah, with the gangly mouth. Yeah.
Yes, it's a good one. It's a good one. I saw one of my friends who's a TV director showed a picture of you can have masks printed with your face.
With your face on, doing a big smile.
Yeah, and she said, that'd be great for doing crowd scenes because everybody can wear a mask and you won't be able to tell, So who knows? Who knows? But anyway,
it'd be like it'd be like the actors that have a lot of Botox, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Just be expressionless, but just look like a face, but you can't move it.
Yeah. So we talked a bit about Karma Hub. John, you've gone into Tinterweb design. Tell me about that. What you're doing with that stuff?
Well, anybody knows me. I mean, obviously, I've got a little bit of a design thing going off. I've always been a little bit arty-farty. So I've always been doing websites for a long time. Just like as a side project, just a bit of extra cash on a evening and weekend type of work. And obviously, with lockdown, everything dried up. So I needed to just get on with it and just do something. And I've got quite a number of clients now, and it's all right. I'm doing good, and I'm enjoying it, which is the main thing, isn't it?
Well, I think the thing is, a lot of people have had to now take their business online because that's how stuff is done now, isn't it? And so I think anybody who didn't have some kind of presence now needs it. To be able to survive, basically.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of hairdressers that now got booking systems, and obviously pizza delivery and all that kind of stuff now's coming forward in the world. So it's busy.
I know
for everyone.
the pub in Castleton. That you were encouraged to order online, but I had no Wi-Fi out there, so I couldn't do it. But Dorothy Packs, you download an app and you order everything through an app. It's quite amazing, really. What has kept you going through the lockdown period? Is it books, TV, film? Steve, what do you think? Is there anything that's helped you through it all?
Been doing a lot of Netflix, catching up on dramas, reading books, sitting in the garden.
Yeah.
Going crackers. Some days you'd just go crackers, wouldn't you? You just think this is ridiculous, But you've got to take on board what some people must be going through and how difficult it is. And I've got a garden that I can sit in. I'm very lucky that way.
Yeah.
And people are having it much, much worse. And we're still here. And the trick is to survive it, I think, the best you can, and just try and get back to normality as soon as possible, but safely. Be considerate to others. We're watching a lot of YouTube videos about people that are not wearing masks, and they think it's a human right issue, and I don't know. I just don't know. I just think that when things like this happen, it sometimes brings out the best in people, but it can also bring out the worst in people. And I think that the right thing to do is to consider others, you know, and think of other people as well as yourself.
Yeah. I was quite impressed. I went to Morrison's on Friday, and they had a security guard there asking everybody, you know, will you put your mask on, please? And everybody, even the staff, they all either had masks or visors on. And I'd gone through fruit and veg, and I was in cooked meats, and I saw some guy not wearing a mask, and you suddenly think, dick, you know, and
yeah.
You know, it's like, why? You know, and he had this cocky air about him. So I don't think it was a medical reason. It looked like he was just doing it to be a dick. And it was frustrating. And then today I popped down to get a couple of bits from the Asda, and 3 teenagers, I'm not sure what the age limit is. Is it 11 for mask wearing? All over 11. And the 3 of them just walking around maskless. And, you know, it's just you feel, you know, just a stigma about it almost.
I feel sorry for the shopkeepers as well, and the people that are running these businesses, because now they've got to become like security and door police, and that they've never had to do before, and confront people and basically tell people what they should be doing
for minimum wage.
The amount of grief that they must be getting over that, well, you can imagine.
Yeah. I mean, I thought Morrison's had it covered with the security, but I think it was a good thing for all the staff to be masked, because then you don't think, oh, well, they're not wearing them. You know, why should I? You know,
well, wait until we see Michael Gove going into a shop tomorrow. We'll see, won't we?
Yes, that was quite funny, wasn't it? Oh, you don't need to wear them for takeaway, and then you do.
You don't have to wear them for the shops I'm going in.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, we've had another comment. Here we go. Send them to Ecky Park for a good fight. All the non-mask wearers. Lee Manson will see you down there. You'll have his ukulele, and you're going to get it whacked around your chops.
And you'll be wearing a mask.
Yeah, you will be wearing a mask. Yeah, there you go. What about you two, John Maria? What's kept you going through it all?
Netflix. Yeah, I think we've done everything in Netflix.
Have we?
Yeah, mostly. In fact, we did enjoy Brassic, which obviously has got a little cameo from our good friend Mr. Steve Garty.
Yes.
But that was a good series. If anybody's not watched it, they need to get on that, because that is funny.
It's funny, isn't it? I mean, if it, you know, it's funny.
I haven't seen it yet.
Come on.
And I had an audition for it as well, and I thought, this looks like it's going to be amazing. I didn't bloody get it. And so part of me not watching it, I think, is that whole bitterness about it.
Well, the bitter cherries, yeah. I know what they are.
Yeah.
But now we've just been chilling in the house, creating stuff, haven't we?
I'd echo what Steve said. You know, counting our blessings, and it's got to be done. Really, we've got our garden, we've got a house, we've got, you know, the bills are paid. We're fortunate that we're in a position where we weren't necessarily worrying, even though we're both self-employed, that we've done the right things and we have got some income. So that part of it was a little bit more relaxed than a lot of people. So the freedom, the time freedom, I've done a lot of learning. I've done a lot of online courses, and I've been setting up another business really for myself while we've been on lockdown, working with people on a one-to-one basis, and that's really starting to take off now. So just taking opportunities, getting creative, lots of talking as well, and lots of kind of bouncing off each other and like kind of sharing stuff, and family as well, you know, having teenagers in the house, because Jasper's girlfriend moved in pretty early on because they were both kind of on their own. Jasper hasn't got any siblings, he's got step siblings, but they were in their other houses, and pretty much by herself. So she's been here, so they've had each other for company. So that's been an interesting dynamic as well.
Yes, indeed.
Teenagers in the house. So, but no, it's been really good actually. I've really quite enjoyed it, I have to say.
Yeah.
Part of me is like, oh, I am getting excited about going back out and into work and with the community that we've built up and seeing the physical people, but I've been keeping up with them online. So,
Maria, do they open the fridge and just stare into the fridge?
The teenagers.
Yeah.
And then they go, and I, because I've been working in the kitchen and the fridge is like there. What are you looking for?
Yeah.
Don't know. Bacon.
All right, it's not just mine then.
Well, I have to.
Bacon and egg sandwiches. That's all they're like been bothered about.
Oh yeah, I have to tell you. Funny, Steve mentioned that, but I mean, I've found for me coping. We've been doing a lot of Zoom calls, and we started the equity group, the Actors Union locally. We started doing play readings. Steve has joined us in that. And the other night we were doing, was it the Under Milkwood, or was it the other one that we were doing the other night when your son arrived and went to your fridge? And what did he remove? Piece of pork or something?
Yeah, piece of pork, yeah.
It's like, what's going on there? Poor Steve carried on reading the script and it was a piece of pork down by the end of it. It's... but and it's other groups as well. I've got a couple of actor support groups that we keep in regular contact. Every Wednesday morning we have a group get together and have a chat or share tips, anything, and it's really helped with that.
A weekly pub quiz on YouTube, and got a lady friend of mine, and we get on the phone. We set the phone up so it's on loudspeaker. Then we both do the online. The YouTube pub quiz. It's called a virtual pub quiz. Yeah, and you do your scoring and you see how many you can get. That's been quite fun. We do that every week.
Yeah,
and it's something to look forward to, and it were and it's still going on. And
is the pub open now? This guy used to work at a pub. Oh, okay, it's not from a pub.
And he used to be the quiz master at this pub.
Yeah.
And then he set it up from his own room in his house.
Yeah.
And he invites you all to we get all the beers in. And we do like a virtual pub quiz.
Yeah. And I know we've done something similar through the ukulele group, because we've tried doing musical stuff online, but you just can't do it because of the time lag. Everybody's singing out of sync and playing out of sync. But John, you organised pub quiz, didn't you? Which you've all done.
Johnny's Big Fat Quiz on a Thursday night for the ukulele group. Now we're doing bingo, so we're living the dream, Dave, as you know. So
and you've cultivated your mutton chops. Give us a little. Yeah, what's that about? The Amos Brearley look is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Wilkes.
Yes, Mr. Wilkes.
Yeah.
I've turned into Annie Sugden and he's turned into Amos Brearley.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought you were going to tell me you've grown hair.
It was about mask preparation. That's what it was about.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because he was having... John has sleep apnea and he wears a mask to sleep with.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Getting in the way of the seal, and it was affecting the quality of his sleep again. And we all know that sleep quality affects our mood, doesn't it, after a while? And when you're in lockdown with someone in close quarters, getting good sleep is a prerequisite for...
So you got that, it sounded a bit like a Smurf farting, that that going off, so.
I must have missed those episodes of the Smurfs where they were farting.
It's there, Dave, look it up.
Yeah.
I will do.
We ended up having it was one Saturday night, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just shaved
it was like, oh, what will we do tonight? Oh, I'll shave you.
I'll shave my beard off. That's it.
Oh, lovely.
That's it. He took it off and it stayed. I think it's quite...
Mutton chops will be the new thing. Everybody will want them. I've gone for the Fancy
Yeah,
pack.
we like that, Dave,
I'm
yeah.
liking the handlebar. I'm very impressed with that. Actually.
I waxed it especially for tonight.
About-
So, Steve, when do you're in lockdown now? When do you start actual work?
We start work next week.
Excellent.
I think I start work. Next weekend, I think.
Lovely.
But you know what it's like. You have to wait until they call you, don't they, and tell you.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere.
No, exactly.
I'm available.
Yeah.
Yeah. And John, Maria, what's your plans for these coming weeks as we're moving ahead? You're opening again tomorrow, Maria.
Tomorrow, grand opening. Yes. Back on full timetable. I'm teaching tomorrow a meditation class tomorrow night at 8:30. So I'm back to what our timetable time was before lockdown. But also streaming live on Zoom. So we have made changes, and then because obviously when we go back into the space, we are limited by the size of the room. So we've had to reduce significantly our class sizes in order to comply with social distancing. So we can only get 8 people comfortably plus a teacher in the room for it to be well spaced out and safe.
Yeah.
So I will be broadcasting the class live at the same time as I'm teaching it in the room to the room full of people.
Lovely.
So testing that out. So I've got down with the technology as well during lockdown, and that's been a big learning curve as well for me. So I'm feeling a lot more comfortable. I've dealt with a whole new booking system for the website and done all the admin for that. So I'm feeling a bit tech proficient at the moment, but I won't get too cocky because they'll always tell me I'm doing
Yeah. And anything coming up for you, Johnny?
No, just a bit of work, Dave, keeping myself out of trouble. We've got bingo on Thursday night, so that's something to look forward to, so just work and keeping myself out of trouble.
You got a contract. You're not told them you have got some contract.
Oh
work.
yeah, I've got some regular work now.
Yeah, actually getting paid work now. We're kind of forgetting that now. It's been working.
I know. You don't can.
I've got millions in the bank anyway. You know that. So
when do you think we'll be able to wield a ukulele in anger again?
Well, this is the thing. I mean, I was watching that video, the ukulele group, and I was thinking, good old days, pre-social distancing, we got together. And I think it's more. In fact, we have a jam night down at, for those that don't know, we have a jam night down at the New Barrack Tower. And it's little things like we can't play music and we can't sing because obviously we're, spitting molecules of whatever out. So that's the thing. Even have a socially distanced uke player, we can't do that because we can't sing along.
Yeah.
Which is half the fun, as you well know.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. We're on it. We're just keeping an eye on it, and we'll get back together as soon as we can. I think that's the general gist.
We'll all have lost our calluses.
Yeah.
On our fingers, our fretting hands will be bleeding when we recommence.
We'll have bankers' hands.
Sorry, what hands?
Sorry, there was a slight lag there on the internet.
Bankers' hands?
Bankers' hands.
All right, okay, yeah.
I was going to say you have different kinds of calluses, won't you? Because of this stuff.
Yeah, that's what's kept him occupied for the last few months. I think that and on that note, it's time to end this evening's frivolities. It has been an absolute honor and a privilege to have you all with me this evening. It's been lovely seeing you all. I'm going to remind you. Oh, we've got another comment. Let's check it out before we wrap up. Here we go. A Norfolk Park ukulele strum, says Lee.
Splendid idea.
That does sound good. We can get lots of distancing there. Have a walk and so we'll have to plan that. So just a reminder of I've got 2 screens going, and so my mouse keeps disappearing onto another screen here. Let's just remind you of my guest this evening. We've had the wonderful Steve Gotti. Yeah. And the equally lovely John and Maria Atherley. Thank you so much for being with me this evening. It's been an absolute treat to spend a Sunday night in your company. Keep well. I hope for success in everything that you're going to do, and I hope it all goes well tomorrow, Maria. Have fun.
Yeah, good luck tomorrow, Maria. It'll be great.
Great, really enjoyed it tonight. Thank you.
Stay on the stream. I'm going to do my big ending video now, but I'll talk to you once we've stopped going live. Here we go. Big ending coming up. Thank you for watching, everybody. Good night. Bye.